Hey y'all, Matt, Massive Beers, back with beer review. Beer review number 1 of the new beer reviews. I mean, you've seen this kind of video in a couple different formats for now, but this is kind of the first time I'm diving into beer reviews since I went on my little bit of a hiatus. For those that don't know, if you watched the channel and you saw the video I made, which is me basically taking off, not just beer reviewing, but really just kind of beer in general during the holiday season, and for dry January. So it's a combination of, dry holidays, dry January, and but I still want to do beer reviews. I still want to do that kind of stuff. The whole impetus for that is just a combination of resetting patterns in my life, but also a combination of getting a little bit healthier for me and the kiddo. And I figured I'd do some non-alcoholic beer reviews. Yeah, I like non-alcoholic beer. I usually have some in my house, so I'm pretty familiar with them. But there's so many different ones out there nowadays, and some pretty good ones, to be perfectly honest with you. So I figured I'd just kind of do a whole month. I know that's going to be quite boring for some of you beer lovers out there. Me just kind of doing a non-alcoholic stuff, but such is life. You'll have to deal with it, and then we'll be back on the regular review game come February-ish time, around there. So yeah, this is the first one we're diving into. Two Roots. Never heard of these guys before. Actually, a viewer, a subscriber, whatever you want to call, kind of wrote me. It was actually a cool thing. A lot of people actually wrote me after I made that video of me kind of saying I wanted to take a little bit of a break, reset, me being in my 40s, being a new dad, those kind of things. And I got quite a few emails of people just saying, I really applaud what you're doing there. This is kind of cool. I've done much the same thing, and one of the viewers sent me beer mails before. Actually, kind of touted Two Roots as a pretty good purveyor of non-alcoholic wares. Can't find any of their stuff locally. We can find quite a bit of non-alcoholic stuff in Jersey here, and also I'm very close to PA. Couldn't find any of their stuff, but I was still kind of piqued by what they were doing. At least my interest was piqued. And I looked online, and lo and behold, one great thing about non-alcoholic beer, you can pretty much buy it and get it shipped wherever you are because there's no alcohol involved. But two, these guys actually didn't charge shipping, which is a big thing. I tried to order from a couple different other non-alcoholic places to kind of cover some of their stuff. But to be honest with you, I'd order like 3, 4, 5... 4 6-packs. I put those in my cart, be like, okay, what's going to be shipping? It almost cost as much for shipping because it's beer. It costs a lot of money to ship. Costs as much as shipping as it would for the actual beer itself. Here we got a little bit of free shipping, so I ordered myself 4 4-packs. This is gonna be the first one we're diving into, and this is their Helles. So this is Two Roots Brewing. This is their Helles. Enough said. On the back here it says 2019 Great American Beer Festival Gold Medal winner. I don't know what it won in gold medal. Non-alcoholic beer, I would guess. This Helles maintains exquisite German malt and hops qualities. Its freshly green herbal aroma combined with lemony and bready flavors are perfect for any occasion. Enough said. It is kind of like a little kind of like hop malt kind of, what do you call that? Kind of slider. I call it a slider. On there, so let's dive in. Label-wise, it's alright. It's a little bit kind of, I don't know. I've seen that. It's kind of like, I don't want to say Fiverr. I just want to say kind of trendy, graphic, something or other. I don't know. It looks like something that a lot of people do, but not in a negative way. It is what it is. Anyway. Figuring out new camera, for those that don't know. Figuring out the whole layout of the land and how things work. So, things aren't perfect, so be it. Look at that. That looks like an unfiltered Helles. I usually have a light up there, but it's dead right now, so you're just getting what I'm getting right now because I feel like doing a beer review. Beautiful, kind of rich, soapy, kind of creamy head on that sucker. Nice, kind of soft orange, kind of haze. Ooh, there you go. So yeah, looks the part of what you'd get from like a unfiltered kind of lager, something along those lines. Let's get nose. Nutty, slightly toasty, nutty, crackery malt. Not overly doughy. You're gonna see this word or hear this word Unless you're one of the, what are those people when they hear a word, they see colors or they smell things? It's like some kind of weird disorder, I guess you'd say. That could work. But you're gonna hear a lot during these non-alcoholic beer reviews the word doughy or raw. I think that's probably one of the biggest hurdles a lot of breweries have to kind of jump over when it comes to non-alcoholic beers, is that for some reason the biggest kind of negative for me is this undercooked malt component that I typically get from non-alcoholic beers. Very minimal here. It's there. It's not like over the top though. Nice soft crackery malt, like I said. A little bit of toastiness to it. Getting a little hop, a little bittering hop, nothing too crazy. Definitely smells the part of like a Helles-ish kind of beer. Yeah, it smells quite nice. I'm just gonna dive right in. Cheers. That doesn't suck. I'm gonna tell you right now. That really doesn't suck. There's a nice bittering component to this beer. Nice bittering component, nice malty component. The doughy thing I get on the nose is actually much smaller in the taste than I thought it was going to be based off of the nose. And that combination of that bittering and that little bit of sweetness without being overly doughy is fantastic. But really the kind of winner in the clubhouse, leader in the clubhouse here for me is the drinkability here. The one thing that I've found that is missing from a lot of non-alcoholic beers that you typically get in beer is a mouthfeel thing. Across the board, usually your smaller beers, your crispier beers, they're not heavy, but they're not super clean, super crisp. On the other end of the spectrum, your stouts and stuff like that, while they can get quite roasty, toasty, and delicious, tend to lose a little bit of mouthfeel as far as heftiness. This is pretty light, pretty crispy. It goes down pretty easily. It gives you a nice malt presence that isn't kind of drummed down or beaten down with that kind of doughiness, even though it's there slightly, much less than a lot of non-alcoholic beers and a lot of the more kind of old guard non-alcoholic beers. You know, a lot of non-alcoholic beers, people think of non-alcoholic beers, they think of, O'Doul's, or they think of, even Heineken's here, which isn't that bad of a beer. Only, a little secret there. But, a lot of non-alcoholic beers are from your old guard Austrian German brewery. You're talking, Bitburger, Weinstefan, or those kind of breweries make a lot of that stuff. And this is actually just as good, if not better than those. To be perfectly honest with you, it has that nice crisp mouthfeel combined with a nice kind of not doughy kind of crispy, crackery maltiness with a really punchy kind of what you'd expect from a Helles, like a Zazie kind of bittering kind of pop to it. I like this quite a bit, actually. I think this is really tasty. That's good stuff. Yeah, I'm digging this. The best light. Yeah, that's right. The best, like, lighter Pilsner malt beer that I think I've ever had. And this is my first foray into these guys. Like I said, I never heard of them before. I placed an order last week. I got the box in yesterday, the day before. So this is my kind of first crack into these suckers. And I'm telling you right now, in Two Roots, kind of impressed. I'm kind of pumped to dive into their stuff. I got 2 IPAs, 1 hazy, 1 regular, and actually like a coffee milk stout. Chocolate coffee milk stout. I'm kind of excited for that one now. I'm going to review that tonight, actually, and do 3 non-alcoholic beer reviews. So we'll see how the rest of them come out, but if they're just as good as this one, I'm telling you right now, pretty impressed. So yeah, there you go, man. This is pretty good stuff. It actually says in the front 2019-2021 gold non-alcohol beer category. So there's my beer category that I was wondering about earlier that I questioned. And it's pretty tasty stuff. I mean, it is one of the best, to be perfectly honest with you, non-alcoholic beers that I've had. Is it, if we're going to go with the old school Mount Rushmore status, definitely, if not on there, it's even close. It was, like I said, couldn't really find any locally to me, and don't know if that's the case. They might be around, I just haven't seen them. But since there is free shipping, you just have to buy at least 2 6-packs. They're $11 a piece, so price point wise, it's not that bad. You're talking about $22 free shipping. I'm not going to complain about that. And that's pretty good, man. I mean, if you're digging on the Crispies and you wanted something to kind of have on deck, even if you're, let's say you're non alcohol beer drinker now, this is definitely going to foot the bill for you. But for me, as a person who actually drinks a lot of non-alcoholic beer and also drinks alcohol beer, I like to have stuff like this on to kind of switch off to. You know, more often than not, you know, you have a couple beers, you feel a little warm, feeling a little fuzzy, maybe a little bit tipsy. You kind of want to, I don't want to get wrecked. So I kind of, that's why I have the non-alcoholic stuff. Switch off that. This would be perfect in that sense, especially if I'm like in a session mood. So there you go. A little beer reviewing the books, man. How about that? Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It was fun. First one down. Many more to go. Still going to continue these after January, even after dry January. Still going to drop some non-alcoholic stuff. So, but you'll see a bulk of these during January. And like I said, come February, you're going to see the good stuff. I already got some beer mails from Steven and a couple breweries kind of waiting in the wings. So we'll see what's what. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this non-alcoholic beer review video. Hope to see you next time. Cheers, y'all.